them to create or establish an environmental clubs, because the main role of the club, environmental club of students, to keep the toilet clean and to keep the school cleaning, and they have a role of planting in their school. So we are also establishing environmental club in their school. So not only on the students, we are also giving training for community in hand washing and keeping water clean, and to minimize the heart disease in related water problems. So this is the training of community. The other thing we can do in our project also, safe water drinking for communities they haven't water access. So in some area there is no totally water access, or it is much more going to water for fetching. There is also conflicts in short of most of the spring in our project areas dry up after some months. So the people or in the village they live go far away to fetch waters to another village. So it makes unhappy the villagers. So they made a disagreement because they want to share their water to others. So we can solve this one. We are going to the spring in this area, for example, for our Amnesty community, and we construct spring from spring source to village top. Then we construct, I designed this one. Then the community also, they use as water source by safely drinkable water, to get safely drinkable water. So Amnesty is one of the affected person before, but now they get in nearby waters, safely waters. They didn't go far away to get waters because they have own nearby waters because of the support of CAFODs and the community involvement. So we have also for the continuity of the project, we establish water and sanitation committee to continuity. So the committee have 3 males and 3 women. So as you see before, the more affected people are women than men. So we are more working with women to solve their problem. So these members or this committee they have different roles. One of them also a chairman, cashier, because the user of the water point, they collect fee for maintenance. So we are working in this also because to continue this project safely. So the another thing is also we can in dry area, or if there is no water in some area because it is rocky, we construct rainwater collecting system. This is one of the rainwater we can construct because it is no water access, even a spring in that area. So we construct rainwater collecting, then to communities safely drink that water. So in this area, before the intervention of this project, the community also suffering by different diseases. For example, Amnesty and their community, they get from rivers water, which is contaminated from big city Adikra, which our office, by factory wastes, so they are mostly affected by different diseases like diarrhea. For example, she is her husband for Akhaza, he is suffering by stress of diarrhea because of he drink that polluted water from factory wastes. So most of the people around there is suffering by different diseases. Also, the topography also affects those people. She is Akaza also high taking water from that river because it is she fell down and she lost the first taste. So it is hard for most time. Also, many animals are to go water to drink, they fell down and they die. So it is naturally the topography also affects for the community. That after the project we construct at the center of the community nearby, so now there is no going far away to fetch water because they are getting in nearby water. This is a rainwater collecting system. So Ahaza and some community are this time they are drinking safe water, and they are also no times out of work because they are getting simply in nearby. So the most of the time spent on work rather than for fetching. So it is very important to work with them because most affected people in that area. The project also not only in water, we are working also in productivity or in food increasing to get more food the community. This is one of the structure water tank for irrigation to grow more product or vegetable. They collect this one, the overnight flows, so they collect, they grow more vegetable, or they solve the problem of food security, so they get more product or more vegetable, so for food. This is the channel for the field for vegetable growth. So after that, now after the project, we can construct water tank, and we can construct also water channel to the field, irrigable field. So they are now 3 times a year harvest the vegetable and cabbages. Before there is one harvesting, but after we construct reservoirs like water tank channels for the vegetable, they grow, they harvest 3 times a year than before. So after they harvest the product, they collect with the family member, that the children help them after the school. Now a day, the community or the girls or the children are participating because in school, because they have access in a toilet in their school, because they have safe drink in their school. So finally they are more productive and they get market access to increase their food incomes. So as in what you want from you, and we can work other countries because of lack of sanitation and water. So what is we want from you to get action to campaigns for changing the water poverty and in general for David Cameron and other world leaders to get action continuity from you. That is, we want to continue get action for campaign. So finally, this is our objective. So I finish with the topography of ups and downs. Is that correct or something I miss? Because I make short because of the time.
What we thought would be useful to do is maybe just on your tables, just have a sort of chat about what you've just heard, and then if you've got any questions or clarifications, because I've written a couple down here, if you've got some questions or clarifications about what Lemnet's just said, or even something that maybe Mary, Joanna or myself can answer about international generally, then do ask. So a couple of minutes just to